Nerd.
So I'm gonna give you an example of the niggas who be like, "Hey man, I like animes and I get women." Let me translate this, right? You fit a certain archetype that chicks liked, so they was okay with you liking anime and video games. They don't like the certain archetype, they're not gonna talk to the certain archetype, right? These are the niggas who think that are they can tell you what to do because you get it, but they don't understand, which everybody else understands, that you're a different archetype of person. I'm going to give you an example of why you don't have these type of niggas in other places, because it takes skills and talent and actually love of what that thing is to be in that thing, right?
AKA Blurs is the top. Black nerds, aka blurs, is the topic of today's video. Now me, I consider myself a nerd, but some may not. So for example, I love video games. I've been playing them since the age of 7. I've always loved sci-fi films, consumed about every DC and Marvel comic. On the flip side, I'm not into anime. But growing up, I was very into films like Teen Titans, Samurai Jack, Avatar The Last Airbender. So I guess to some, it would be debatable. So within the black community, especially growing up in the hood, being a nerd or just even consuming the culture will make you stand out. It goes against what's stereotypical for black people. This is a flaw within the black community that I do not like. I say this all the time, but as black people, we are not a monolith. And we gotta start respecting that within the community. I will say this though, I feel like in 2025, being a nerd is kind of cool. Let's say versus the 2010s.
It's not kind of cool. It's people escaping what they used to be because they got too old, or what they was before got too tore down, right? If you were a street dude, you saw your friends get killed and you don't want to go back to jail, so you're a nerd now. If you are a female, you get tossed around back and forth, so you're going to take your ass into this anime space, and you the cutest girl that everybody pretty much probably ever seen. So then you make your place in the anime because you're the only girl they can see. Now it's not like that no more. The anime space is full of attention seekers and liars.
Or the 90s. It is most definitely more acceptable now.
I want to talk about how all of a sudden being a nerd is in, and we're erasing all of like that awful childhood stuff that happens to so many of us. Because now it's, oh, we weren't bullying y'all because y'all were into anime. We were bullying y'all because y'all stank. Or y'all were always doing something weird. A lot of y'all were bullying us just for being into different things. I went to many schools with other smart black kids. I love to read. And I got the pants bullied off of me for liking to read in a smart school. I had my black card revoked so often, I'm pretty sure I'm still in black folk debt. Because, I don't think I have one. White girl, whitest black girl I know, Oreo, wannabe white, all of it, all the time.
And I'm telling you, these new age black geeks, they will never understand how it was to be a black geek back in the 2000s and 2010s. Now, that was the trenches. I consider myself a black geek activist because, bro, back in the day, bro, I had
wearing anime and an Avatar t-shirt and
insults were crazy on.
Getting into Kingdom Hearts was another reason I didn't want to get bullied.
Don't worry, we're gonna make it. We've been looking for clues to find Clay.
Find your fun again. Carnival is calling.
Hi, it's Devin Regal, the owner of the UPS store on Hershey/Hummelstown, Pennsylvania.
Get bullied.
Don't worry, we're gonna make it. We've been looking for clues to find Clay.
Oh, I'm sorry. The clue board? You mean my clue board?
So all those nerds in high school, like the weird theater kids and the anime people.
Hi, weird theater kid, captain of the speech and debate team, anime fan.
You know who I'm talking about, the people we didn't hang out with.
Thank God for that, by the way.
So they've grown up now, and they're the ones making the laws. They're the Mark Zuckerbergs. They're the Faucis of the world. Fucking
Ball. The one thing I did deal with though that I hated was me being labeled a game freak. I just love playing the game. I remember growing up, bro, they'll come knock on my door for me to come outside. I'd be like, bro, I'm on a game and I don't feel like coming inside. Like, you a game freak, bro, get out. But I always felt like it was just with love. They was joking, but it was
No, dumb shit. And this kid is very annoying. I grew up like an anime, video games. I didn't get bullied because I had a certain archetype. I was born being physically superior than other people. I ran faster, I was stronger, and that was the whole point. People couldn't bully me. Plus, fighting people that thought they could talk about me was probably a thing that I did a lot when I was a kid, right? So they tolerated it because I was one of them, and they had to figure out what to get over on me. Let's see. My childhood friend decided that he wanted to step up of friends that wasn't us. We was the nerds, and he wanted to level up in his social life. So he started hanging out with the street dudes, even though he was a nerd. One day at 15 or 14, we called him out on it. We didn't know it was his birthday, but we called him out on it. I could say his name, but I don't really want no problems. I don't feel like having to watch my back. I don't know if he still live in the same city, but he has a distinct name. Grew up with him. We called him out for using us for video games and money, and going over there and saying he's sick or he's sleepy, and then finding him with those people. He had those people, and they got us in trouble. I try to go in different circles, and I end up getting jumped multiple times. There was one time that I went in the store and almost got jumped by a whole bunch of other people. Lucky, this friend knew these people. But if I would have got jumped, I had my own people that I was hanging with, and then they checked the person who was trying to jump me, which it worked. See, you had to hang out with multiple people to have protection when you was in the hood. You couldn't just be a nerd. You had to hang out with the street dude or the people who knew whatever they was doing, so you had protection and backup, right? You have to look a certain way in a certain archetype. Just because you like video games don't mean that nobody was going to pick on you and you couldn't get girls. No, you had to have a certain archetype, and then people would be less of it. But I want you to pay attention to his vocabulary to show he's full of shit. That's the point of my other video.
Love. And I stated this in one of my second channel videos. I feel like the black community, our love language is joking. So, maybe sometime these jokes were hurting your feelings, but it wasn't like meant in that way. This isn't justifying it, but that's my thought. Anyways, with them already having this backlash from the black community, in return, they end up being very anti-black.
Like, it's not that I didn't want to connect with black people, but I didn't know any of the blurred out
content. The same way like dating advice stuff has just become another avenue for right-wing grifting. What does the gym community, the dating advice,
Achieve success.
I'd do anything. Sensitivities? Let's go to PetSmart. Try Hill's Science Diet Sensitive Stomach and Skin.
So he achieves success, then see him with a woman like this, and then all of a sudden label him a sellout. Let's be real. A lot of y'all don't like black women to begin with. Don't matter if you're a D1 athlete or a comic book nerd. There's a very small majority of black men that do not like black women. Now, why is that? I couldn't tell you. But at the end of the day, this argument right here,
talking to white women. So like I hate that correlation as well. And I think there's a stereotype of like the smash bro type of hairstyle. Maybe your lips be crusty. In simple terms, man, you just gotta have game. White nerds go.
Now, you hear it, right? You gotta have games. Now, look what he says about white nerds. Mind you, look.
Go through the same problem while talking to white women. So like,
No, they don't. He tried to act like white nerds have the same problem as black nerds. No. They don't really belittle intelligence. That's why you see them in many different things. You don't see a lot of black people as chess masters, do you? You don't see a lot of black people liking intelligence, do you? You don't see them liking to be drama free, do you? Now, that's the point. These idiots, if they don't want to get in the hardest things to get into kind of expose who they really are, right? Let's break it down, right? How many black men you see that's in bull riding? If they was in bull riding, they would say stupid shit like, "Oh, I was a bull rider. I love riding bulls when I was a kid. I got women. I was a bull rider. So you have this, you have that. It's the way you look. You gotta have game to talk to black women in bull riding." There's not a lot of black women who like bull riders. It's a different community. So let's go right here. They'll try that shit with NASCAR drivers. Fan base is probably white. 70% of black, 70% of NASCAR fans are white. 9% are black. Do you know what these fuckers will say with if they like NASCAR? If more black people like NASCAR, man, I grew up liking NASCAR, dog. You know, dog, I liking all this the races and stuff, dog. I went to NASCARs and I still get women. You would know they full of shit because black women are not geared and drawn to a NASCAR. They don't watch it. It only has 9%. So the easiest point of entry is to be a video game and an anime person. That's it. They're not doing other different things where they're the majority, because they can't say this type of shit when they're liking other things, because it ain't popular among black people. It's not. So that's the reason why a lot of guys date other races of women, because they might not like hip hop. They might not like TV shows, and they might not like the same things black women do. So they like things that mostly white women do. They're not going to change their whole lifestyle just to get one person who's like, oh, because they're black, because they're black, because they're black. No, it don't work like that. That's why you can't change people's mind, right? Let's go to that one. Golf. The percentage of people who like golf is very small with black people. They're trying to get more black people in it, but it's kind of a, you know, a point of entry. It's for people who got money, right? And they try to dumb it down and make it for poor people, but it's like, no. This is rich. This is a rich man's sport. A lot of money goes to golf. Right, but then they'll be like, you know, they'll give an example. Hey, dog, I like golf when I was a kid, bro. You need to learn how to have game, and the girls will like you. Well, anyway.
Battery level is 15%.
How many people, black people, you think try to get into being a chess master and playing chess? Oh my God! Imagine some of these niggas who got the tattoos and dreads and shit come in there. Man, I get bitches based off the fact that I like chess, man. I was a chess master, bro. I was a chess master, dog. Man, I was flinging them bitches, man. I was chess. So, you shouldn't have no excuses. You need to get some tattoos and some dreads and still get bitches. How many black men are ballerinas? Come on, man. I'm getting deep into it. How many black men do you think ballerinas? How many black women are into black men being ballerinas? They think it's feminine or whatever, right? This is the thing, right? A lot of black men date other cultures because they know exactly how their women think. And they're not trying to be left over with the women who are into the stuff and they're not attracted to them. It's a two-way street. Attraction is a two-way street. You can't be with somebody that you're not attracted to. So why are you trying to act like it's somehow there? But guess what? There's a nigga limit in some of these things that I put out there. You don't see them around because it's an entry. It's a pay entry. You can see these niggas get into screaming, but they won't get into something real serious because the way they act, it have to disappear. Hey man, I'm this. That's why I said vocabulary matters. Now, I'm the best. I like this. I get women's. So you could get women's. All you gotta do is dress like this and do this and sound like this and get this. Telling you to destroy your own identity for a woman who never likes you, who you are. But then you see the haircut, you see the so-called crusty lip guy who get the white women and he looks like a nerd or whatever. And guess what? The better looking white women like him, Asian women like him. I was downtown a couple days ago and I seen a overweight dude, black dude, wearing a good suit or whatever, but you see his stomach and everything. He was wearing a regular suit and he pulled out with this Asian chick. It was another dude wearing normal shit with no haircut. He was with a white chick. I mean, it's funny that you gotta be this super good looking dude to get with these women, but you just be yourself with other races of women. They accept you better. That's why men go to them.